Thursday, everyone, and welcome to SUTV News. I'm Katie Christensen.
And I'm Brooklyn Beard.
The International Film Festival on campus came to a close last Thursday. Here is Hannah Clove with the recap.
SUU is hosting its 8th annual International Cinema Festival this February. It's run by one appointed student and some of the professors in the Languages and Philosophy department. Films are in French, Spanish, Mandarin, and German and are shown over a 3-week period. Ezra Stein, a student who helped plan this year's festival, said he hopes the movies will open students' minds to something different.
I think it's a good opportunity for them to realize that there's a lot more films out there than what's just immediately accessible. Like if you go looking beyond just films from America.
Films like The Zone of Interest and Petite Maman are in the lineup for the 2025 festival. Some students attend for class assignments, but French professor Elise Leahy hopes those attending appreciate the difference in foreign films.
I think students might find them slow. I find them riveting.
Along with the film screenings, the festival hosted an opening social where movies were introduced beforehand. The first year of the festival, Leahy and Dr. Rosa Perez raised money for the festival after not receiving a grant.
Rosa and I made like $1,600 selling truffles and baguettes on campus.
Now, the festival has grown and includes hosts to introduce each film before its screening. As for the future of the festival, there's no stopping it now.
I just hope they keep getting to do it. It's a lot of fun. I always look forward to what lineup is coming out every year. I'm just excited to see. I hope this becomes a tradition that continues to last.
For SUTV News, I'm Hannah Clove.
In other news, the Career Center and the Levitt Center turned up last week to host a resume workshop night. Students from SUU were invited to attend the event to improve their application skills. Some of the tips included dressing up for the interview and assembling a portfolio. If you can't attend these career events, you can always schedule a one-on-one appointment when you're available.
Again, college is and so whether it's through these type of presentations or just coming and meeting with us, we want to help you.
Coming up, we will be talking about the unexpected turkeys in the community.
Stay right back. We'll be back after the break.
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
It's monthly bread and soup night. The event is put on by SU's Community Engagement Center to raise funds for the Hope Pantry here on campus. Everyone is invited to the ballroom to eat as much bread and soup as they want, accompanied by live performers. Entry is $3 or $1 if you bring a food donation. This month's soups were chicken broccoli, cheddar broccoli, lemon chicken orzo, and chili, but cheddar broccoli was by far the most popular. Acts are often musicians or singers, but they sometimes have dancers or comedians instead. Coordinators of the event want Bread and Soup Night to be a space for everyone to get together and support the Hope Pantry and the students who rely on it.
It's such a great opportunity for people to connect with everyone in the community and students, and to honestly raise money and food cans for a good cause. It's a great event to just socialize and get all you care to eat: bread, soup, and desserts.
Thanksgiving is well past, but one Southern Utah community has more than its share of turkeys. SUTV reporter John Smith has the story.
On a cold and windy morning before dawn, Utah State Division of Wildlife Resource officers set trap doors on cages. They'll now wait for wild turkeys to descend from their nearby cottonwood roost to feed on the cracked corn bait.
When we're trapping birds, it's usually in situations where they're causing nuisance on private land, and they're not available to public hunters in those situations.
New Harmony is famous for the stunning views. Locals also know New Harmony has a lot of wild turkeys.
And the turkeys now at this time are so many of them, I counted 150 to 200 turkeys going through my backyard. And I try to plant, and I try to keep them off, and every morning I'll try to run them off, and it's just getting out of hand.
Once inside the cage, the birds are trapped. The DWR traps and relocates the birds to reduce the wild bird population and reduce home damage.
Those feathers in the middle are longer than these outside feathers. That means he's a juvenile or a jake.
Wildlife and human interactions and conflicts will continue or even increase as more people build homes in what was wildlife habitat.
They got to get them out of this valley. Now, we're not saying all of them, but at least 90% are here now. It's just too many turkeys.
New Harmony is a great turkey nursery.
Turkeys in this area have been abundant, so we're trying to reduce the population some.
The birds are moved to public land areas around the state to increase the wild bird population there. This kind of trapping may occur every 2 to 3 years. For SUTV News, I'm John Smith.
SUU's College of Humanities and Social Sciences held its Welcome Spring Wellness Kits event last Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. in the Starlight Room. The event invited HSS students to create their own wellness kits as the spring season approaches. Students created wellness kits filled with bath bombs, stickers, Kleenex, water bottles, snacks, and more. Participants enjoyed socializing while participating in activities ranging from board games to bracelet making. This event hopes to allow new connections and increase engagement with the college. To stay updated on upcoming events, follow the college on Instagram at hss.at.suu. So, I'm a huge fan of poultry.
I also happen to be a huge fan of poultry.
I will pick chicken or turkey over pretty much anything else any day.
Yeah, no, that's fair. If you're going like Sammy route, what's the kind of meat you're putting on there?
I like a Cajun turkey, actually. Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I work in the deli at Walmart and we have a Cajun turkey. So good.
All right, so you will be having a visit from me promptly.
Yeah, pretty good. Coming up, Brooklyn will let you know how to prepare for the weather in the upcoming days.
Stick around, we'll be right back after this.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
And fancy meeting you here. Welcome to SUTV Weather with your host, me, Brooklyn Beard. Yesterday, we finally got some snow, and it's looking like we're going to get some more. I mean, we had some more this morning, but it's just going to keep on coming throughout this weekend. As you can see on Thursday, today, and Friday, it's going to be cloudy, snowy, kind of gloomy, but it's going to pick up a little bit as we get into the weekend. We're going to see some sun, and it's going to get back up into the high 50s. Today is March 6th. Which is when we have the radar. And as you can see, we're kind of in the thick of it right now. So if you're planning on going out of town, especially driving somewhere for spring break, be a little careful out on those roads. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Harriet Tubman, Shaquille O'Neal, Tyler the Creator, and Michelangelo. Happy birthday to you. March 6th. What a beautiful day to be born. Party on, dudes. Now, thank you so much for having joined me today. You guys have a great spring break. Stay safe out there and enjoy the warm weather that's coming up this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Beard, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Katie? Thanks, Brooklyn. Stay tuned to hear about SUU basketball, gymnastics, and more. We'll be back after this.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Hi, I'm Madison Holland, and it's time for SUTV Sports. SUU women's basketball are in Seattle today, March 6th, to play against Seattle University at 7 p.m. As for SUU men's basketball, they will be in the AFEC tonight, March 6th, to play against Seattle University. During the game, SUU will be celebrating their 7 seniors. The game starts at 6:30 p.m., so come celebrate our seniors. If you cannot make it in person, men's and women's games will be live streamed on ESPN+. Western Athletic Conference basketball tournament starts next week, March 11th. SUU men's basketball is sitting in the 8th seed, so they will be playing in St. George, March 11th at 2:30 p.m. against Utah Tech. If they win that game, then they go to Las Vegas for the first round of quarterfinals. For SUU women's basketball, they are sitting in the 7th seed. They will be bypassing the opening round and going straight to the first round of quarterfinals. Their WAC tournament game is March 12th at 3:30 p.m. All games will be live streamed on ESPN+. For more information about WAC basketball tournament, go to their website, wacsports.com. Recently, the SUU women's lacrosse team hosted a home tournament. Here is Kylie Dees with the story.
Every competing team is a student-ran organization and has to find their own transportation and funding to be able to travel and play games.
The SUU women's lacrosse team has been together for 3 years, and this is our first ever home tournament that we're hosting here at SUU. And tonight we're playing against Utah Tech and hoping to pull out a win. Over the weekend, we're playing multiple teams, including Montana, Mines, and Utah State. And we've been playing this home tournament for a total of 3 months, getting the refs, athletic trainers, fields. So we're really excited, and we're hoping to do this every year at SUU from now on.
SUU won over Utah Tech 11-8, but had a tough break in their other games, with scores of 1-16 against Montana State, 2-12 against Utah State, and 6-10 against Colorado School of Mines.
Yeah, so this was our first tournament at SUU. It was a lot of fun, but a lot of hard work went into it. We had to tape the field, get refs, athletic trainers, all this, because it's a football field, not a lacrosse field. And it was a lot of work, but it was really fun, and we're looking forward to doing it in years to come, so hopefully it keeps going.
For SUTV News, I'm Kylie Dees.
SUU Gymnastics has had a wonderful season. Their last home meet is this Friday, March 7th against Boise State University. This is also their senior night, so come out and cheer on our Flippin' Birds. The meet will start at 6:30 p.m. in the AFEC. If you can't make it in person, the meet will be streamed on ESPN+. SUU softball has had a roller coaster of a preseason, but the official season is starting this week. Softball will be playing March 7th in St. George at 2 p.m. against Tarleton State. They play again on March 8th at 1 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. Location is to be determined. In statewide sports news, the Utah Hockey Club took on the New Jersey Devils last Saturday. They ultimately fell short 3-1. The UHC is looking to make the playoffs in their first season in a close race in the division. They are also still looking for a permanent name, with the most popular opinions being the Mammoths and the Outlaws. Once again, I'm Madison Holland. Thanks for tuning in to SUTV Sports. Back to Katie in Brooklyn.
Thanks, Madison. Coming up, we'll discuss the University of the Parks Expo and Utah's High School Robotics Championship.
We'll return after the break.
Hey, did you buy something from some gaming site?
What do you mean?
Yeah, look, there's a bunch of different charges on here.
Do you think someone stole our credit card information?
I don't know. That site sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, isn't that the site that Billy's on all the time?
You don't think.
Billy! Stop and think before you connect. Playing online is serious business. Visit dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect for tips on how to be safe online.
Last week, SUU's Opus Chamber Choir and String Ensemble presented Vox Magnificat. Here's our reporter Caitlin Bonnet with more.
Opus, the premier mixed choral ensemble at SUU, partnered with the string ensemble to perform Johann Sebastian Bach's Magnificent. The concert was held at Christ the King Catholic Church and was free to the public. The choir performed 12 pieces featuring solos, duets, and trios. Savannah Billiter, a member of Opus for over 3 years, was asked why she does it.
I like the community that it kind of brings together, and I love singing the masterworks. It was really nice because I got to have a small little duet and trio in this masterwork, so it kind of got a fun moment to highlight my own voice. I love the songs. They're kind of really beautiful. It's really fun being able to do it with an orchestra, because typically we'll only play with piano for our concerts. And being able to have violin and trumpet and kind of a whole thing makes it feel so much more like professional and cool, even though all of our performances are pretty professional.
Andrew Briggs, the director of Opus, allows music majors and non-majors to audition each year, bringing talent to the group while performing a wide range of music, from smaller chamber works to larger, more complex pieces. Their performance drew a welcoming crowd of music lovers, eager to experience the masterpiece in person.
This is my first time coming to Opus, and I really liked the live music with the choir. Usually I go to like a cappella choir performances, so it was fun to see like live instruments with it. I know it's a little cliche, but I really loved the ending piece, the finale. I thought it was beautiful. I really loved it.
For SUTV, this is Caitlin Bonnet.
Last week, SUU hosted the University of the Parks Expo. Here's Kylie Dees with the story.
On February 26, Southern Utah University's Outdoor Recreation Department hosted a University of the Parks Expo for the first time. During the event, they had speakers every hour, a photo contest, and even a table to make your pledge to become an ambassador.
I'm a student with the Organ and Admin class, Organization and Administration. My group worked on event planning and audiovisual setup, so we worked with the school to provide all the tables and chairs and any audiovisual that's needed for the presentations, as well as picking and choosing presenters that would present today. So we had trivia, and we have geology facts, and then Zion National Park will present as well.
During the event, students can enjoy free refreshments, interpretive talks from rangers, visit tables of local parks and clubs, and even enter a raffle for some outdoor rec prizes.
I was part of the vendor relations group, so this is the first time that we were putting on this event. So we just reached out to a bunch of different vendors, people that we would want to represent this event, and then we maintained contact with them, kind of set them up, and made sure it was a really good event for them to showcase their organization.
They hope to do this event annually. For SUTV News, I'm Kylie Dees.
I actually did choir myself in junior high and high school for 6 years.
Wow, what did you sing? What was your range?
For the first few years I did soprano, and then my voice kind of dropped and I got moved over to alto. And I kind of sang with the tenors a little bit too.
Oh, really?
They needed help.
Okay, yeah, well, I was always a soprano. Granted, I was only in my school choir through 5th and 6th grade. Our choir consisted of 5, we were all girls, and we would go and compete up against these schools who had, I mean, at least 50, 60 kids. And they all had, you know, their nice uniforms. We would show up in our jeans and our t-shirts. I was really embarrassed, but character building.
You know, it's character building.
Stay tuned to hear about the recent Utah FTC championship that took place here on campus.
Stick around, we'll be right back after this.
Someone had fun today. Hey, sweetheart, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. How's our little guy?
Now I lay me down to sleep.
Looks like I'm stuck working late tonight. Probably won't be home until closer to 8.
Oh, that's okay. I have got a laundry list of emails to send out.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Yeah, you did great. We had so much fun today.
If I die before I wake.
If you're looking to host a party but don't want to break the bank to feed your guests, there are some simple additions to a freezer you can make at home. Here's Hoyana Clove with more.
Hi, I'm Hannah Clove, and today I'm going to teach you how to turn a simple boxed coconut cake into something a little more glam and a little fancier. So we're going to make a simple raspberry jam filling and a lemon lime curd. So our first filling is going to be a lemon lime curd. So we're going to zest these lemons and limes in here, and then we're going to squeeze out the juice. Just make a quick curd on top of our stove. So if you don't have a zester like me, since we're on a tight budget here, you can just use the smaller side of a cheese grater. So now that we've juiced our lemons and we've zested them, we're going to head over to our stove here. And then we're going to stir. So we can see it's thickened up now that it's been 20 minutes. You can also check the back of the spoon or spatula, how it's not running off so fast anymore. We're just going to transfer this from this hot bowl to a smaller one to put in the fridge. And we're just going to put some cling wrap on top of this. And then we're gonna pop this into the fridge until we're ready to use it. So our other filling is super easy. It's one ingredient. We're just gonna get some frozen raspberries because when we pop them in the microwave for a few seconds, all the condensation takes the berry with it, so it becomes a really sweet jam without having to add any water or sugar to it. This is just the consistency we're going for. So we're just gonna take our coconut cake and we're gonna take off the top layer so we can put our filling inside of it. And then we're gonna take some of our jam that's cooled down a little bit. And this is super tart because it's just fresh raspberries, so you don't want too much. We're just gonna put it right on top. Curd has cooled down in the fridge. And then we're gonna do the same thing as last time. We're just gonna take off our top layer very carefully. Lemon curd here, it's a little runny. You can see all the zest in there from all that hard work of zesting. We're gonna put our top layer. Scrape off the excess. So there you have it. Those are our two simple cakes. We have our raspberry and our lemon lime curd coconut cake. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Hannah Clove with SUTV News.
This past Saturday, SUU hosted the FTC Utah Championship. FTC is an international competition that teaches students to design, build, and program robots. Held in the PE building on campus, high school students from all over Utah come and compete in a qualifier for nationals. This competition includes 24 teams and only 2 will advance. SU has been hosting this event since 2018.
I was actually present for the whole cake making thing. Let me just say, out of this world, basically. I was a big fan of the raspberry, but the lemon curd was also delicious.
Are you saying she cooked?
I'm saying she cooked, and she ate.
And she ate?
That's basically what I'm trying to get across here.
I mean, it looked delicious, and I wish I could eat.
Yeah, well, you know, you can eat. You did eat. Look at you. Look at us. We are in tune today. But anyways, for the viewers at home, I would definitely give those cake recipes a try. I mean, they're so easy, so fast, and so delicious. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the show. To you SU students out there, one more day of class before spring break. You got this, and we will miss you next week. Thanks for tuning into SUTV. I'm Brooklyn Beard.
And I'm Katie Christensen. With our remaining minutes, we'll be showcasing talented climbers on the rocks of Cougar Cliffs in St. George, shot by our photojournalist, Brooklyn Beard.